A very warm welcome to you all to the Bridge Road Stadium for Cambridge City FC, taking on Daventry Town in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands. The two sides are just making their way into the tunnel before taking onto the pitch for what is going to be an absolutely great game of football tonight. My name is Darren Paul, delighted to be bringing you all of the action for this matchup live on Split Focus Sport. And if you're enjoying it at any point, do consider giving it a like and do share it out with everybody so that they can also join in listening to top non-league football. Cambridge City taking on Daventry Town as the teams assemble. I'll go through the lineups. Firstly, the visitors. Daventry Town start with number 1, James Martin in goal. Ryan Inman, Blue McNeil, Josh Endell, Jarvis Wilson, Jack Finch, George Ball, Joel Nketiah, Jack Bowen, Tom Lorraine, and Nat Golsnall. Tyler, the bench for Aaron Parkinson's outfit, George Herbert, Craig Myseri, Hashim Bakar, Jamie Andrews, and Jeff Woodward. Daventry in an absolutely glorious all-purple away kit. Or all-purple kit, should I say. Cambridge City line up with number 1, Joe Welch, Matty Miles, Mikey Davis, Tommy Rigby, Yora Fosu, Taylor Parr, Ben Nolan, Ben Bradley, Connor Barnes, Simon Swinton, and Jake Battersby. The bench for Robbie Nightingale's outfit, Daniel Akabuin, Nathan Olakanmi, Ali Conway, Joel Jolly, and Dylan Asung Yanni. City in their traditional white shirts, black shorts, black socks. A couple of notes of team news for City. They have no Ed Rolfe, who has been real leading light, scored 4 goals in 2 games, and no Scott Bridges. Connor Barnes has come in for Ed Rolfe, and for Scott Bridges, he has been replaced in midfield by Tommy Rigby. Another note for Cambridge City, Matty Miles has switched positions with Ben Bradley. Ben Bradley, I thought, was fantastic at right back last week. He's slotted into his more traditional midfield role, whilst Matty Miles has gone to where, again, some may consider his more natural position at right back. As the officials for today, Chris Darling, Ryan Allisons, and Lewis Fletcher come into the they come to the centre of the field as the captains greet one another. We're ready for the coin toss as it is lined up right now. Cambridge City on our right and Daventry on our left. Daventry 15th in the league, 2 wins on the year but 5 losses. 5 goals scored, 13 against. They have lost their last 4 in all competitions, but do have league wins over St Neots and Dereham Town. Cambridge City, like we said, a big win over Yaxley last midweek in the FA Trophy, and their first league win of the campaign. 2-1 on the road to Coleshill Town. Ed Rolfe and Swinton getting the goals. Kai Tung with the Coleshill goal. They are 14th, so just 1 point ahead and ahead on goal difference. City with 1 win, 3 draws, 3 losses, just 3 league goals. Both sides have 6 points as we're about to get underway. Daventry Town kicking off things in the first half. So the officials are ready and we are underway. And immediately played aiming at that Cambridge City backline. A little bit of head tennis in the midfield. A commanding ball down the field by Endell. That's been picked up by Gosnell Tyler, who was dispossessed by Ben Nolan. Ben Nolan, though, trying to bring it out in the midfield. It's going to go for a throw-in to City on the far side, the right. Roughly in the middle of their half. A good interception there by Nketiah. And we are underway. Throw taken down the line, headed again commandingly back. Want to run for Barnes. It's been hooked clear And I think that's come off Matty Miles. It has. It's going to be a Daventry throw. Gosnell Tyler to take. Far side the left, just about 10 metres into the Cambridge half. Hooked away by Rigby. Out of play. It's going to be another City throw. Both sides with healthy benches. Cambridge City have had a bit of a start to the season in terms of player personnel. They've used a lot of players already. And they have had Siggers and Chadwick have left the club. Their loans have concluded. They're headed back to their parent clubs. As Simon Swinton's away, puts the ball into the area. Barnes can't get his foot around it properly. Easy for James Martin to come deal with. The first meaningful attack of either side. And it goes to the hosts, Cambridge City, in the hands of James Martin. In his pale blue uniform. High into the night sky. And it is the night sky summer. Very much making way for autumn. It's still quite a pleasant evening here in Cambridge as that's been dispossessed by Swinton. Aiming for Battersby in the area. Battersby squares it across. Connor Barnes can't reach it. Gosnell Tyler is able to calmly pass that out of defence. And now Daventry looking to break. Slowing things down with Nketiah, sending it back. They're looking to switch play. In fact, it's Nketiah in the midfield. Has two on him and is pulled back. That's a foul committed by Ben Bradley, taken quickly by Nketiah. They're driving down the left-hand side. It's with ball. He's been dispossessed. And now Nolan for Cambridge City. Midway in his own half, a little tricky bit of play. Sends it down the line looking for Barnes. That's been hooked away clear by Endel. Wilson. And that's one to chase for George Ball. Yorofosu has to do some work. Lovely bit of control by the centre-back. And he sends it long downfield, headed back by Endel. Looks like three at the back for Daventry. As that's been cleared forward by Mikey Davis. Clip down the line. It's in possession of Daventry. George Ball. No foul there. That's going to trickle out of play. It's going to be a Cambridge City throw on the far side. Just 3 minutes into this one. Very, very glad to have you with us here on Split Focus Sports YouTube channel. As, again, neither side are able to really take control. Jack Finch chests it down, sends it down the line. Tom Lorraine to chase. And puts the pressure on Taylor Parr. Fouls Taylor Parr. A little bit unnecessary. The play was already done. The ball was gone. And it's going to be Joe Welch to take the free kick. Taylor Parr, Cambridge captain today, deputising in place of Scott Bridges. Joe Welch sends it long downfield. Connor Barnes does really well there. Great touch. Swinton tried to send through. That's Ben Nolan. As it is, it's on the near side, the left now. Battersby sends it around the corner for Davis. Davis taking it to the byline. He's going to find Ben Bradley. Lovely pass inside to Battersby. No foul. Good, strong defence by Blue McNeil. And in the end, it is a foul. About 8 yards up from the byline. Midway between the touchline and the edge of the area. Ben Bradley standing over this. Free kick for Cambridge City. Going to look to in swing with the right. So dangerous area. 5 minutes gone between Cambridge and Daventry. Still 0-0. Played near post. Brilliant headed clearance. I'll go for a corner. Blue McNeil. First corner of the game. First meaningful opportunity for either side. Goes the way of City. Really well defended by McNeil. Played into the box with Battersby. Gives to Bradley. Keeps it in play. Strong play by Nketiah. And it does go out. Be a throw just for City. Good, solid defending by Joel Nketiah on Ben Bradley. Throw. We're still in this near side corner. Clipped into the area. Commandingly taken by Martin. Had absolutely no worries, even with Ayora Fosu on the scene. Rolls it out. Endel tried to clip it downfield. He was looking for the captain, Bowen. Sent over the top once again. That's over the top of Miles. But brilliant team defense there by Afosu and Miles. Trying to send it long to Ben Nolan, Cambridge City. That's going to run into the box. James Martin has it in his hands. The Daventry shot stopper. Booming kick. He's not thrilled by it. Fell a bit short than what he was intending. Now Battersby putting the pressure on, but it's going to go the way of Daventry. Throw in on the halfway line. Just in front of us here. The Bridge Road Stadium. Home of both Cambridge City and Histon. You see the Cambridge City social media. You see how their new stadium is taking shape over in Sawston. Absolutely beautiful stuff as that's been chipped into the area for Daventry. And that's a commanding clearance by Mikey Davis. As we're waiting for Ryan Inman to get onto the ball to whip it into the area. But as it is, they've got to throw in about 10 yards up from the byline. So first meaningful attack from Daventry Town. Played near post, punched by Welch. That will stay in. It's back with McNeil. McNeil skips by his man. He's into the area. Plays it to the centre. That's a audacious effort. Just a little bit wide from Josh Endel, the centre-back of all people. Went for the side foot volley, almost. Goal kick. Taken long by Welch. Doesn't get really near a Cambridge head. Booming headed by McNeil. Battle for Barnes. And that's been won by the Daventry centre-back Wilson. Under pressure was Martin, the keeper. And it's with Battersby just inside the Daventry half. Cambridge have a player down. Play on for the moment. Battersby can't get to that. Swinton. That's been calmly collected by McNeil, who clears it out of play. It was Mikey Davis. He's back on his feet. They're playing it quickly with Bradley. Battersby stays on his feet. Gets that into the area on the ground. Nketiah, though, cool as you like, chips us out to Inman. And that's going to be a throw for the visitors on the near side. So, throw in midway in the Daventry half, play to Inman. Inman steps around Simon Swinton, tries to switch play, does successfully, just eludes Ben Nolan. They're trying to drive with Finch. Now it's Nketiah. Has players ahead of him moving. He's targeting Inman. Finds it. Attacking Battersby in the final third on the right wing. Has McNeil ahead of him. Sends it back to Finch. Again, still inside the Cambridge half. This is really good ball movement. Clipped into the area. Doesn't reach it. Battersby clears. Pulled down on the chest by Bradley. Now Connor Barnes had a lot of work to do against two centre-backs. And that's really well won by Swinton. Clip forward again, looking for Connor Barnes. Barnes, strong play, gets into the area. And Martin dives at his feet after some really solid defending by, I think it was Jarvis Wilson. Just keeping Barnes the right side for Martin to come and gather. And Barnes as well, staying on his feet after incidental contact with the keeper. Long ball forward, that's been hooked towards the box. Yorofosu aiming for Battersby. McNeil's going to send that back to Martin. Easily clears the City keeper. Sorry, the Daventry keeper, should I say. So Fosu came a long way to head that back. Either side able to really get a handle on this right now. Matty Miles trying to bring it out of the midfield. Clips it out to the right wing. It's Ben Nolan. Absolute fan favourite already. That's tame ball into the area by Ben Bradley. Daventry very happy to confidently, rather than casually, walk it out. Lovely link-up play on this right-hand side. Tom Lorraine tries to clip it forward. It's been pulled down by George Ball. His shot rather tame in the end. Easily taken in by Joe Welch. And now City looking to attack once again over the top for Barnes. And he is offside. So it'll be a free kick. About halfway into the Daventry half. James Martin to take. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0, with just about 13 minutes into the first half here at the Bridge Road Stadium. You listen to the pitching in Northern League Midlands. And that free kick from Martin came to nothing now as it's Battersby driving towards the Daventry area and he's offside. Connor Barnes, it's in the back of the net. It was a tidy finish, but it won't count. Linesman had the flag up early. But that is the power of Cambridge City. Just seeing that really good quick counter. Battersby down the left. And last week, he was finding Ed Roll for those. This week, Connor Barnes didn't time his run. A let-off of sorts for Daventry, based on some of the conversations they're having between their players. As Tom Lorraine loses out in that battle with Parr. Matty Miles finds Nolan on the right wing. Drop back, clipped forward by Rigby. Chase for Swinton, who's boxed out effectively there by Endel. Runs into the hands of James Martin once more. The Daventry keeper, who, to be fair to him, is in no rush. He rolls it out. Loses footing on the clearing kick. But that's been flicked on by Lorraine. Attacking down the left wing. That's a great ball into the area. He's offside, though. Is Jack Bowen. And we're going to have a free kick in the Cambridge area. Joe Welch to take. It was a really wonderfully weighted ball from Ryan Inman. But unfortunately for Daventry, he had gone offside. Joe Welch not happy with his kick. Nolan chests that down to Miles. Little 1-2 play. That's a fabulous sliding challenge there from Josh Endel. It's going to be Cambridge throw in the very deep into the final third of this Daventry Town defence. On the far side, the right, Bradley. Switched into the middle. Now he's driving with it, Battersby. Trickles away though. Good defending. Hooked away. That'll run through to Taylor Parr just inside the Daventry half. Mikey Davis slides a pass in for Battersby. Battersby chips it over the top for Ben Bradley. Defenders all over him. It's with the captain now, Taylor Parr. City trying to reset. Oh, that's a wonderful bit of defending. Stepping out of defence there was Jarvis Wilson. But that's been overturned. Matty Miles now sends it to Connor Barnes in the corner. Edge of the area now for Nolan. He uses his pace, centering ball. Unconvincing hook. And that'll be a free kick. Unconvincing hook away. Jack Finch sent it high into the sky. James Martin does come down with it after a little too much contact according to our match official. From Connor Barnes, I think it was. Finch is going to receive some treatment. So that might explain his scuffed clearance. So he's going to get a little bit of treatment. There's a couple of the Daventry subs, 3 of them, are sent to go and warm up. And in fact, that is going to be Finch's day done, according to the substitution signal from James Martin, the keeper. So changes coming already. Decisions to be made for Aaron Parkinson's Daventry side. Yeah, both sides get opportunity to take on board some water. It's by no means a hot evening here just outside Cambridge, but it is a very pleasant September evening. And we will see if Finch is able to continue. As Martin getting ready to take the free kick for Daventry Town. 18 minutes gone. We're going to see a significant amount of stoppage time, one would expect. All eyes on the referee, who whistles play on. And we are going to get back underway with a James Martin goal kick. Everybody bunched up over on the far side, the Cambridge City right, Daventry left. Yorofosu wins that, flicked on by Ben Bradley, trying to play it out of the midfield, and it's with Nketiah. Nketiah looking to drive. He's been dispossessed by Ben Nolan. That's a great bit of defending from Nolan, and that's going to go the way of Cambridge City throw-in. There's a very dejected Jack Finch makes his way to the dugout. He's going to, in fact, going straight down the tunnel. As that's been closed down, going to drive into the area. Fantastic defending, James Martin. Connor Barnes putting the pressure onto Jarvis Wilson, who's dispossessed. Barnes driving into the area, but Martin very quick off his line, diving at his feet bravely, claiming the ball. Impressive performance so far from Martin. And that is going to bounce to Afosu. No further. Bradley takes a touch. Battersby driving ahead of Matty Miles. Bradley switching play to the Cambridge right. Ben Nolan now looking to link up with Matty Miles. Gives it to Rigby. Bradley under pressure in the middle. Ball is loose. Yorofosu is going to drive now. Centre of midfield. Heading towards the Daventry final third. Davis. Ball hooked away by Wilson. It's still Cambridge City ball. It's probably their longest extended period of possession. As it's Davis. Davis looking to drive. Little link-up play with Battersby. It's going to run him very wide. Hooked away. out of play. And the man advantage ends for Cambridge City as Daventry will make their substitution. George Herbert on. So George Herbert making his way onto the field, placing Jack Finch, who's forced off through injury. And again, that will explain that scuffed clearance. Put Martin under a bit of pressure. Speaking of pressure, Nketiah. That's last touched by Ben Bradley. Just got his boot to it. So it will be Daventry throw in their own final third on the near side, the Daventry right. Long ball down the line. Afosu equal to it. Taken down by Swinton. Swinton tries to send through Barnes. Barnes going to be in a battle with Wilson. Strong defending from Wilson. He sends it into the midfield. Rigby's there. Bradley switching it. That's an absolute hospital pass. Taken down by Gosnell Tyler. Ended up in the initial phase not being costly at all as Inman under pressure from Swinton. He's able to turn him, looking to drive down the left. That's going to clip all the way out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, goal kick for Joe Welch. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. Pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands matchup on a Wednesday evening. Live from the Bridge Road in Histon. You listen to Split Focus Sport. Do appreciate you joining us. Still 0-0. Neither side with too much in the way of clear chances as Nolan flicks on that header. Barnes looking to chase. Out of play for a Daventry throw. It's been rifled back by Inman to Martin. Takes a touch out of his feet. Clips it forward, aiming for ball. That's taken a bounce off ball. That's going to be City throw. Taken quickly. Turned over and Nketiah. Again, his touch. Way too heavy on the return pass. And it's going to be a City throw on the near side. Foul has been called on Battersby, as it was McNeil putting the pressure on Battersby. The judge to have been pushed by the new City signee. So it'll be a free kick for James Martin. In the right back position for Daventry Town. Just in line with the edge of the area. Flick on header by Lorraine. It's George Ball. Plays it into the midfield. As McNeil. Oh, beautiful chested pass. Lorraine taking it into the corner. Tries to hook it into the area. Yora Fosu, who's a long way from home, sends that down the line. Covering for his fullbacks are Fosu. Battersby able to, in fact, fouled. As McNeil went to ground. Battersby trying to stay on his feet, but in the end, the contact too much and will be played apart. But very good defending, as is often the case from Yora Fosu there. It's right in the left back position as Simon Swinton is offside. Again, Daventry, if they're playing for it, and it looks like they are managing the offside trap very well today. And it's going to be another free kick for Martin. Looking to play it pretty centrally. Aiming for Lorraine. That's been flicked on towards Lorraine. hooked out for a corner kick for Daventry. It was Matty Miles who got the final touch on it. In the end, it was to flick on from Bowen to Lorraine. And it's going to be taken by George Ball on the near side, the right. So corner kick, first of the game for Daventry. Hit to the back of the 6-yard box. That's been headed down. Ball in the area, spins on it. Nobody able to get real control of it. And that's going to trickle out of play. It's going to be a Daventry throw, near side. Right in the corner, 26 minutes gone in this first half. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. Blue McNeil has come up to send this one into the area. George Ball, if he'd been able to get out of his feet properly, would have been an opportunity. Sent to the front post. Walsh punches only as far back out as McNeil. And that's going to come off Battersby. And kept in play by Welch. Saves the corner. And he sends it down the field looking for Barnes. Straight out of play on the full. Barnes chasing it. He was watched all the way by Gosnell Tyler, auxiliary centre-back. So it's going to be a throw for Daventry Town. And not too worried about pace of play here, Daventry. It's going to be a throw in on the near side. Sent long. The referee gave him plenty of yardage to take the run up. And that's going to be clipped down the line. Again, looking for Barnes. It's not going to reach him. And that's come off the City man, Battersby. Another throw in. And Blue McNeil. Again, he's going to easy targeting down the line. And another booming long throw. Done by Lorraine. It's been taken down by Herbert. Tried to hook it into the area. And Ketty on the edge of the area now. Not able to bring it down. Bounce off his top of his head, the thigh, as Nolan tries to ping a ball upfield for Barnes. That's going to run straight out of play. Throw in 15 yards into the Daventry half. For the visitors, Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. 28 minutes gone in this first half of action. Like I say, not heaps of clear-cut goal-mouth action. Two mid-table teams right now in the standings. Really cancelling each other out in the midfield. And Ketty, though, chests it down, gives it to McNeil. McNeil has runners ahead of him. Looks to switch play to the left. That's been headed towards Welch, who comes and calmly gathers. No punching this time from the Cambridge keeper, who throws out to Davis on the left-hand side for Cambridge. Chipped it forward, Barnes. His touch, not the best, but he dispossesses Wilson. Needs him in a spin cycle. Gives it to Bradley. Now they're moving it across. Tommy Rigby for Cambridge City. Matty Miles gives to Ben Nolan. Again, every time the ball's at his feet, the crowd gets excited. Connor Barnes in the area. That's going to just go wide. It's going to be a City corner kick on the far side, the left. Did really well, Nolan, to send it through to Barnes. His shot deflected by one of the Daventry defenders. And it's City's second corner of the game. Against Yaxley last week, they did pretty well off set pieces. Scored their third, in fact, from a corner, as that's whipped into the near post. Doesn't beat anybody. Put back in, headed away by Ryan Inman. So it's going to go back to Mikey Davis in the corner. Third City corner of the half. on the far side. In the area for City, they've sent up a Fosu in par. And this one put onto the edge of the 16-yard box, so hooked clear. Swinton going to be in a battle there, won by George Ball. Ball tries to chip it over the top, looking for Gosnell Tyler. As it is, it's out of play for a City throw. A couple of meters into their own half on the far side, the City right. Miles sends it down the line. Again, I think targeting Barnes more than Nolan. But that's out of play. Daventry throw. Daventry coming in today after that 1-0 loss to Bedworth United on the weekend. Sanderson, the 4th-minute goal. Ultimately, the difference between the two sides as that's been taken down by Bradley. Bradley finds Barnes ahead of him. Trying to cut into the area. It's going to go for a corner kick for City. More good defending from Jarvis Wilson. Played to the edge of the area. Davis. Left-footed effort. That's been blocked. It's been taken down by Nolan in the centre of the box. Somebody got a block on it for Daventry. No foul, no free kick. And a player stays down. I think that's Blue McNeil. Has taken a shot where nobody wants to take a shot, if you catch my meaning. So he's down, currently in the penalty area. Medical intervention not required. But again, another opportunity for both sides to take on some fluids. A little bit of a stop-start first half so far. 33 minutes in, and I am anticipating about 4 minutes of stoppage time, of course, for the Finch injury. He was replaced after just 21 minutes by George Herbert. Now this second stoppage from McNeil. It's going to be a throw for City near side, just in front of us, in fact, just on halfway. Mikey Davis sends it down the line. Barnes trying to get that separation. It's going to go the way of City. Another throw. Davis. Bradley. Gets it back to Davis. Battersby is offside. Flag goes up after the Daventry Town players appeal. And that free kick's, again, going to give them opportunity to get up the field. James Martin, he's been hitting some decent free kicks, decent clearing balls out from the back. And again, it's in the right back position. He's borrowed a couple of yards there, but that's okay. So Martin, free kick, right back position again. Aiming for Lorraine. Battle won there by Taylor Parr, who chips it back over the top. It's going to be Wilson versus Connor Barnes. Wilson hooks it out of play. It's going to be Cambridge City throw. Battersby looking to go quick, but told to slow down. Mikey Davis gets the return pass from Bradley. Davis chips it to the back post. That's been headed away only as far as Davis, and that's going to go for Cambridge City's 5th corner of the half. Nolan trying to centre. It's taken short. Battersby finds Bradley. Bradley has come off the legs of Nketiah. Hooked clear by Inman. And that's going to go out of play. Another City corner. That's touched by one of the Daventry defenders. You'll forgive me for not quite seeing who through a crowd of bodies. This one played to the near post. Rigby it was. He was trying to get onto it. Last touch there by Inman. Now City get another corner. This is corner number 7 to be taken by Ben Bradley. Once Yorofosu, who's stayed up throughout this whole time. The laughter you hear is Yorofosu in the process of trying to get the ball to Ben Bradley, has cleared it into the night sky and out of the stadium. Such is the power of Yorofosu's right boot. Corner played into the near post. That's been headed away very well. Chested down or knee down by Lorraine. Trying to get it clear is Daventry. But Battersby battling away on the far side, the right. He's got two on him. He needs to keep his composure. He does, and he wins his side of throw-in. And is richly applauded by the City bench. Did a very good job of shielding the ball from two ravenous Daventry Town defenders. Throw on the far side, the right. It's back with Afosu on halfway for City. He's under a bit of pressure there. Gets his ball forward. Barnes. That's the reverse pass to Battersby. Battersby goes for it. And that's not dipped just enough. But a fine effort from Battersby. Outside the area, left foot. James Martin has had a warning shot there. As it was. Didn't have quite enough dip. Again, that's what we started to see against Yaxley. City shooting on sight and from distance. In the pick of the goals for the Ederoff hat-trick. That fine finish just inside the area. Rifled into the top corner. As it is, Afosu has some defending to do. Has no support from his teammates. Plays that off Lorraine. It's played only as far as Nketiah. Now it's played into the area. I think Inman was looking to shoot. Didn't get around it at all. Under pressure. That's out of play for a Cambridge City. And Joe Welch. Goal kick. Listening to live coverage after pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. Here from the wonderful surrounds of the Bridge Road Stadium in Histon, home of Cambridge City. But for how long before they move to their fantastic new facility they're building over in Sawston on the other side of the city? It's good play from George Ball. Looks to centre. That's been dropped off to Inman. Chipped over the top. Ball to Chase. Into the corner. First touch is unconvincing. His second is a beautiful ball to the back of the box. And that's a goal kick. Really solid defending. Taylor Parr not happy with the defending of Mikey Davis, though. Allowing George Ball in that position in the first place. So another goal kick to be taken by Joe Welch, the City keeper. Aside from that uncharacteristic errors, had a couple of really good spells for City in his 2.5 games he's played so far this season. So that's going to be played to the left. It's with Battersby. Has runners outside of him. Has Nketiah for company as well. Still can't get a ball into the area. Davis can. Whipped in. Misses the first defender. Hooked clear by the second. It's Taylor Parr. Sends it to Bradley. Matty Miles. Rigby. Now Davis is going to drive at Nketiah now. Tries to send it through to Barnes. Barnes is onside in the area. That's a brilliant challenge again from Wilson. This has been a cracking battle between the two. Throw in for City. Just stays in play. Davis. On this near side, the right. Hooked in by Rigby. Low header from Wilson away. Still not properly cleared. Now it is in the midfield with Inman. Blocked down. The clearance of Nat Gosnell-Tyler did Ben Nolan, and that's gone for a throw on the far side. The Daventry Town left. Into the final 5 minutes of this first half. 0-0 remains the score. Again, as they get ready to bring the tunnel out, I think that is a little bit premature. Expecting a lot of time added on for stoppages by our referee, Chris Darling. As Blue McNeil bringing it up the right-hand side. He's now challenged, illegally so, foul by Jake Battersby. Wouldn't expect it to be anything more than that. Just misjudged it. Taylor Parr having a lot of conversation with Chris Darling as he's making his way over. Nothing more than just a warning for Battersby. A free kick for Daventry. It's going to be Ryan Inman. 15 metres in to the City half. Aiming for the edge of the area. That's been headed out of play by Yorafosu for another Daventry throw. Far side, the left. Again, a massive thanks for you taking the time on a Wednesday evening to join us, listening to live coverage of Cambridge City. This is Daventry Town. That's headed into the area. Oh, my goodness. Well, that should have been 1-0 for Daventry. Josh Endell not able to put his shot on target. Got all the way inside the ball. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Cambridge City immediately. Taylor Parr asking questions of the assistant referee. That was a fantastic ball in from the left side. I think that was Gosnell-Tyler again, not for the first time in this game, asking questions of this Cambridge City defence. Once again, Josh Endell in a great spot, not able to convert. As that's been flicked on, it's going to be Cambridge City throw. Far side the right, midway into the Daventry half. Good defended by Nketiah. And now Daventry turning it on. Good ball over the top there for Tom Lorraine. He's picked up by Taylor Parr. Has Nketiah in the area if you can find him. Herbert. It's with the captain, Bowen. Blue McNeil loses his footing, and now he's going to be pressed by Battersby. Plays it inside to Nketiah. Nketiah has a runner ahead of him. That's taken a touch off the back of Ben Bradley. It's going to be a throw-in near side into the final third. Daventry Town rummaging the ascendancy the last couple of minutes. It's going to be McNeil. Has Lorraine in the area, looking to come short for it. McNeil. Another long throw into the 6-yard box. Headed clear. That's bobbling about. A foul has been given. So Cambridge City, again, gets away with one slightly. It will be their free kick. I personally didn't see much of an infraction there. Taylor Parr, again, in conversation with the referee, taken quickly by Welch, aiming for Ben Nolan. Nolan got a touch to it, but Gosnell-Tyler is going to battle with him. Free kick given, and it's going to be Daventry ball. That is right over there in the Daventry left-back position. Opportunity for James Martin to reassemble all the players roughly around halfway over on the far side. The Daventry left. One of his customary decently long goal kicks, or free kicks as this is. He's had a very impressive game, James Martin. 1 minute.
1 minute additional time. That's 1 minute additional time.
As that's been flicked on, Yorafosu with work to do. Lorraine hooks it into the area. It's Herbert. Herbert tries to flick it over one of the City defenders. That's been trying to be cleared by Nolan, not particularly convincingly. Yorofosu, much better job there. As Barnes not able to win it back. Now Nketiah back on his feet. He's taking that down for Daventry. Now Nolan charges down the ball. Somebody's had a nip at him. 2-3 attempts. Can't win it from Ben Nolan. Flicks it forward. Blue McNeil rather. Clears that away. And that's going to do it for this first half. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. And this is why we never make predictions in this game. I was predicting 3-4 minute stoppage time. 1. We got in this one. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0 at half time. City, I mean, they had 7 corners. But in terms of real attempts on goal from either side, not too much of that to be remarked upon in this first half. I think the best of the opportunities really did fall to Daventry's number 4, Josh Endell. 2 volleys, in fact, from balls into the area. Both hit wide. That second particularly egregious. He was wide open in the middle of the goal. Joe Welch would have been soundly beaten had he been able to get his foot around it as he would have intended. As it is, Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. Half time here in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands. Now, just to let you know, as it stands right now, we don't have any half-time entertainment for you, so I do apologise. Enjoy a little bit of rights-free music, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes' time for the second half. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. Welcome back inside the Bridge Road Stadium. We are a couple of minutes away from the second half here between Cambridge City FC and Daventry Town. Both sides are finally making their way back onto the field as we get ready for the second half of what has been a very evenly matched battle between two sides who are, I think it's fair to say, cancelling each other out quite effectively in the middle of the park. And again, neither side with too many really exceptional opportunities on goal. We will see if that changes in this second half. Very glad to have you back with us for the second half. Again, a huge thank you to all of you taking time out or enjoying the game on a Wednesday night. But a Northern League Premier Midlands action as we are moments away from our match official getting us back underway. And Cambridge City kick-off. They are attacking our goal down the right-hand side for this second half. That's in the hands of James Martin, known affectionately around the club as the Chef, the Daventry stopper. It's a long ball from him. That's been headed by Davis. So nowhere in particular. Just been hooked forward. Battle in the midfield. Foul called on Bradley, and Bradley also dispossessed fairly as Lorraine wandered offside. So this is the only game this evening. Last night's game between Harbour Town and Coastal Town ended 2-2. Tung again doing the business for Coastal Town. And it's Ansu and Dare getting the goals for Harbour Town. And the league takes a weekend off, making way to the FA Trophy qualifying rounds. The competition will resume for some next midweek. Cambridge City's next game, though, is at home. Next league game is at home on the 1st. Dynamo Shipshed. And that's out of play on the far side, the right. Next game for Daventry is Stamford away, and that is on a Saturday. Long throw down the line by McNeil. It's been won by Taylor Parr, deputising captain for City tonight, as Nolan keeps it away from Nketiah, but nobody there following up for him. As a ball chipped down the line towards Afosu. And he hooks that away before George Ball can get onto it. It's been hooked towards Barnes. Some tricky passing. Big ball forward by Davis. Goes out of play. Cambridge 0, Daventry 0. Just into the second half here at the Bridge Road Stadium in Histon. Throw in for the visitors on the far side. McNeil throws it from exactly on halfway. That's been hooked clear by Parr. Taken down by Nketiah. Looking to drive his Inman. Loses his footing. Cleared away. But Daventry able to retain possession with Endel. Endel tries to feed a ball through. Not able to get by Yorofosu. Hooked into the area. Gosnell Tyler aiming for the back post. It was Ball who chested it down. Wasn't able to bring it down. But that's an early sign of intent from the visitors. Again, they can attack from any of their players. Nobody's shy about getting forward in this team at all. Joe Welch to take. Right foot, booming free kick, straight out of play. McNeil down, clutching his leg. Former Kettering and Rothwell Corinthians player. Now McNeil, of course, battled back from a really long-term injury. Suffered a couple of seasons ago. Really, it's obviously great to see him in action for Daventry. He's down receiving a bit of medical attention. Not entirely sure what happened to lead to McNeil being down, but I mean, it's very much the same with Jack Finch. I didn't see anything particularly major with Finch. He miscleared a ball and ultimately that was his day done. He was replaced by George Herbert after just 20 minutes of the first half. Not seeing any calls for McNeil to be replaced. As he receives treatment, helped to his feet by the Daventry physio. And we will be able to resume in a couple of moments' time with a Daventry throw on the far side, the right, in the Daventry right back position. Before we get too far underway, just a big thank you to Richard Nunney of Daventry Town, as we'll stop that for a potential attack as Yorofosu gets hold of the ball and he will win that back off of Ryan Inman, clips it down the line. Barnes gets it to Nolan, just in front of us, right on the touchline. Clean, says the referee. It's going to be a throw for City. Just finish that thought. Yeah, Richard Nunney, thank you very much for a little bit of help in the pre-game preparation. Always appreciated by commentators all over the world. Big thank you to you. As Blue McNeil back into the contest, plays that ball out unconvincingly. Rigby goes down, is adjudged to have been fouled by Nketiah. And straight away, the City physio, Tia McCrindle, is going to be called into action. Quite a few games as McCrindle. But Rigby trying to get that ball clear. Contacted the boot of Nketiah. Nketiah getting talking to from the referee. Just seeing Finch heading down, Jack Finch heading down the tunnel, holding his high up on the right thigh, right quad, I think that would be. So hopefully nothing too long-lasting or serious, but of course did for him today. As Rigby leaves the field under his own steam, getting a drink. He's over there with McCrindle, so he'll be able to return once he's invited back into play. Headed away by Jarvis Wilson. And Rigby is back in the contest. Nolan, under pressure, tries to turn it around the corner. Can't quite get underneath it, as he was looking to. That's been volleyed forward by Davis, looking for Nolan. Nolan's judged to be offside. That's going to be a free kick for the visitors. A couple of yards out of James Martin's 18-yard box. Again, a game it's been very stop-start in nature. Neither side able to maybe allowing the game to get into a real rhythm. So we're closing in on 10 minutes into this second half. Long ball forward. And that's going to come off the back of a Fosu. Who's been kept in play. And a drag back foul committed by one of the Daventry forward line. Welch plays it quickly on. In fact, that was Jack Bowen, one of the leading scorers of Daventry this season. Just pulling back. Matty Miles. As that's been switched play to this side, the right, as Taylor Parr loses his footing. Miles wanted Nolan to come short for it, plays it ultimately to nobody. It's in the hands of James Martin. Ball had a lot of movement to it. He's trying to find Connor Barnes. Was not able to connect to the imposing City forward. That is a great ball over the top from Martin. Welch needs to come and collect. He does. George Ball applying the pressure as Battersby loses his footing, but City retain possession with Bradley. Switching play to the right. Davis. He's got Nolan ahead of him. Nolan's onside. Ball played to Nolan now, as he's going to go to work on Gosnell. Tyler into the area. Goes to the byline. That's going to go for another City corner kick there. 8th in the contest. First of this second half. The first time that Nolan's really been able to stretch his legs. He is by no means at all a slow footballer. It's played short to Bradley. Davis tries to send it to Afosu. Afosu does head it towards goal. That's been easily collected by Martin. It's a long clearing kick from Martin. He's got runners going for it. Simon Swinton back as an auxiliary centre-back. Good header. And now Davis putting the moves on Herbert. Barnes is onside. Barnes trying to cut into the area. A bit of a collision between the two Daventry defenders. And now it's with Bradley. It's a siding challenge missed by Gosnell Tyler. Bradley tries to hook it in from the corner flag area. It's come off of the boot of Gosnell Tyler, out for a City throw. Deep into the final third of Daventry on this near side. Nolan gets a touch on it. Nolan's still in the area, trying to twist and turn. Tries to centre a ball. Swinton has been hooked high into the sky. Where will that land? It's going to land on the boot of Matty Miles. Matty Miles clips it into the area, headed away. On as far as Battersby. Has Rigby for support, uses him. City still attacking, still probing in this final third, and now it's going to go back to Taylor Parr. Under pressure from Bowen, does very well. Clipped around the corner for Nolan. Is Nolan going to keep that in play? He does not. He did the hard part, the initial keep in play, lost his footing, momentum just carried him. Again, you feel the lift every time Ben Nolan is anywhere near the football. This stadium just edges up off their seat. Waiting for a bit of magic from the young man. And it is coming for him. Again, a real fan favourite already. City definitely looking to target. In fact, Gosnell Tyler looking rather ginger there. Some issue with his right ankle. In fact, he might even need to come off, I would suggest. Time for that later as Bowen's in the area. Centering ball. Davis. Slide challenge away. Only as far as Inman. Drops it off to Blue McNeil. McNeil. And it's going to be a throw on the right side for Daventry Town. Good counter-attacking break there. It's Gosnell Tyler still limping around just a bit. Looking a little bit walking gingerly, like they say. It's going to be a throw. Far side to right, McNeil. You know he's got an absolutely booming throw on him. That's going to go to the edge of the 6-yard box. That's put lots of bounce. Welch is there. Really good bit of goalkeeping. Yorafosu goes down, holding his head. And we're going to see Tim McCrindle back in action, the physio. Gosnell Tyler going over to the bench. As Welch getting in, really commanding. Often he punches. And he's had a couple of good snags out there.
Attendance is 161 and 161. Thanks for your support.
The attendance has just been announced here at Bridge Road, 161. Enjoying themselves some non-league football on a Wednesday evening. Can you think of anywhere better to be? I can't, as that's been played into Nolan in the area. Header skims away to Bradley. Nolan on the edge of the area. Link up play with Bradley. Chips it in. And that's been headed wide. Simon Swinton got himself into a good spot. Wasn't able to direct his header goalwards. And again, the hero of the weekend's win over Coleshill with that 85th minute winner. You'll have expected to do a little bit better there. 14 minutes in the second half. Cambridge City 0. Daventry Town 0. You're listening to live commentary of Northern Premier League Midlands on Split Focus Sports. Long clearing kick from Martin, headed away by Ofosu. Nketiah sends it right back, and that's out on the left wing with Gosnell Tyler. He's looking right as rain, left foot ball in, blocked by Matty Miles. It's going to be a throw. For Daventry. So Daventry in the final third on this near side. Their left. Long ball into the area by McNeil. Headed into the centre. Brilliant clearance by Tommy Rigby. And Nketiah not able to get his foot around it. And now Barnes. Barnes and Wilson. He's got runners in the middle. Tries to hook it away. Really brave defending by Wilson. Good header there by Mikey Davis to stop the counter. Switch the ball out to the right side. Barnes takes it down in the area. Still Connor Barnes. Drops it off to Bradley. Shot on goal. Tame into the hands of James Martin. And I think we're going to register that as probably the first shot on target of the contest. Ben Bradley. Good counter-attack by Cambridge City. Targeting Barnes. He's a good target to aim for. He's been in a brilliant battle as that's been headed towards Herbert into the Cambridge box. Cheeky backheel pass from Bowen. Plenty of pace on it. But ultimately intercepted. Swinton putting the pressure on Gosnell Tyler. Gosnell Tyler able to turn, get it cleared upfield. And he will be offside, Tom Lorraine. Liner had his flag up very early. The Aaron Parkinson's coaching staff deeply unhappy with the decision that they've just seen. A little bit of jawing with the Cambridge City faithful in the stands as well. Things you love to see. Ofosu plays it down the line. He's looking for Nolan. Nolan overshot his run just slightly. It's with Matty Miles now on this near side for City. A bit too much venom on that pass to Ben Bradley. It's only as far as Mikey Davis. Rigby just gets out of the way of that challenge. Clip down the line. Miles rather. Looking for Nolan. That's going to go out of play. Throw in for the visitors. Still 0-0 between Cambridge City and Daventry Town. Neither side have been really amongst the goals during the regular season so far. Just 3 in the league competition for City, 5 for Daventry. City coming off that fine 4-1 drubbing of Yaxley in the FA Trophy last midweek. On the weekend, that 2-1 win over Coleshill. So there are goals in this side, though. Ed Rolfe, 4 in 2 games. He's out of the side as McNeil sent a great ball into the area. That's been headed away by Ofosu. Target was Bowen. Bowen was right on the spot. Now Barnes, flick on header. He had Ben Nolan cutting inside of him. Barnes clipped it outside towards the touchline. And in fact, it does go out of play. Throw in for the visitors. Now we're starting to get a little bit more tempo into our game. Both sides able to express themselves just a little bit. A couple of tired legs out there. A bit more of a rhythm in the contest. Lorraine flicks on header. Daventry inside the City half. Looking to attack down the left. Way too heavy, that ball there from George Ball. In fact, it did take a City touch. So Daventry took the throw very quickly. Foul. Called on Jack Bowen, the captain. Matty Miles trying to get the ball hooked clear. He gets clipped in the ankle. And he's going to stay down. We're going to need more physio intervention. Team McCrindle kept very, very busy already in the second half. Cambridge City 0, Daventry Town 0. 161 in attendance. Bridge Road Stadium here in Histon, home of Cambridge City, and of course, ground share with Histon. Not for very much longer. As again, go over to the Cambridge City social media, over on Twitter, to follow all of the news of the new ground that they're building out in Sawston. Looking like a really beautiful stadium. And great facilities for the community. As this ball played for Nolan, he's going to keep it in play. Little 1-2 with Bradley. Nolan's been scythed down. And in fact, no foul has been given. Referees and his assistants letting it play today. It is, however, a corner kick for Cambridge City. They're 9th in the contest. And it is a corner. A little bit of confusion there. Mikey Davis thought a foul had been awarded. Not controversially, in fairness. Played into the near post. That's been headed off of the line by one of Daventry defenders. Davis has it now for City. It's over with Rigby. Daventry have escorted him away from the goalmouth. But now Battersby into the area. Has Herbert for company. Drops it back out. Good ball in. Yorofosu's header wouldn't have counted. He was offside. And his glancing header just wide. And again, Cambridge City really starting to find their way in this contest. As it is, still remains scoreless, 0-0. At 22 minutes into this second half. Only one substitution so far in the game enforced. George Herbert replacing the injured Jack Finch for Daventry after just 20 minutes of play. That's been hooked clear by Taylor Parr. Again, looking for Nolan. Nolan going to work on Gosnell Tyler. Nolan drives to the touchline. Loses out to Nketiah. That's been played all the way back to Mikey Davis. Davis driving in. Nketiah just clears that. No worries at all. That's going to be back with Captain Taylor Parr for Cambridge City. Deep in his own territory. Played down to Swinson. Flick on header. Will be won by Barnes. It's into the box for Battersby. But Wilson was equal to it, and he was there. Inman can't keep it down. That's been kept in. So it looked dangerously close to a throw. And now Herbert. It's a 3-on-2. Rigby tracking back. Played into the area. Lorraine has got runners. Escorted to the touchline, but this is good for Daventry. Clipped in. Oh, my word. Well, from our vantage point, that looked very close. Ball crossed to the back post, aiming for Bowen. Missed everybody. Fortunately for Joe Welch and Cambridge City, missed the goal straight out of play for a Cambridge City goal kick. Still scoreless. Nolan in an offside position, as is Barnes. Barnes comes for it. Out of play. Going to be a City throw just in front of their own dugout. Taken by Miles. Miles borrowed a couple more yards there. Sends it towards Barnes. It's a very good header from Endel. And then hooked away by Nketiah. Taken down, though, just inside the Daventry half. Now Mikey Davis driving, shoots. Oh, my goodness. What a finish. Mikey Davis from all of 30 yards out. The space opened up for him. And a fabulous thumping finish. James Martin could do nothing about it. And Cambridge City open the scoring. Davis with a beauty. And that's going to change the complexion of this game massively. Cambridge City lead it 1-0 over Daventry Town. Mikey Davis. He just picks the ball up in his own half. He was. Nobody came for him. Nobody closed him down. Drives. And a beautiful finish. Like I said, 30 plus yards. We'll see what that does to this game. Talk about football games. Goals change games. Be interesting to see how the tempo of this changes. High ball played towards Afosu, heads it away, and Nketiah will head it back into the Cambridge box. Herbert, again, he's not touched the grass since kickoff. That's an immediate equaliser. Tom Lorraine, second league goal of the season. Stabs it, gets open in the area. And like I was just saying, the ball hadn't touched the deck. As soon as it did, Tom Lorraine was on it. Stabs it by Joe Welch into the bottom right-hand corner. As he looks at it, Joe Welch was absolutely nowhere near. And Tom Lorraine ties us up. It's 1-1. It's as we were, and I think it has stopped a Daventry sub that was about to happen, that we will see Craig Myseri checking in next time by, as Connor Barnes battling with Wilson. It's a fantastic contest between a centre forward and a centre back, and that's in the midfield. Swinton does a great job picking that up, tries to send a ball through for Ben Nolan, and that's a very unconvincing clear from Gosnell Tyler. Nolan wins it back. City, after taking the lead, an immediate response from Daventry Town. What can City do? It's back with Taylor Parr. Just inside the Cambridge City half. Davis, the scorer of the absolutely stunning opener, sends it to the back post. Swinton keeps it in play. Ben Nolan in the area. Sent towards the touchline. And it's going to be a City throw deep in the final third of Daventry Town's area. And a player is down. And a substitution is about to be made. It's going to be the end of the day for Ryan Inman. He has been replaced, or will be replaced, by Craig Myseri.
Number 2, Ryan Inman. To replace by number 14, Craig Myseri.
So Myseri making his way onto the field. Well, he will do in just a moment. Once Ryan Inman makes his way off. I think it was Inman who was down with the injury. Throw-in taken too quickly as the assistant referee was not in position. So we'll go again. Cambridge City throw on this near side, the right. Brilliant response after that immediate equaliser as Nolan gets it to Miles. Miles sends it to the near post. That's been hit clear by Endel. Still alive. In fact, it's a great challenge from Herbert. Throw for City again. It's fair to say they have had the better of it this second half, Cambridge City. However, we're not able to defend the first attack after gaining the lead. As Bradley in the area. It's a ball to the back of the 6-yard box, headed clear. And now George Ball able to drive. He's got Battersby. Oh, wonderful defending from Battersby. Buys his team a little bit of time. Gosnell Tyler on this near side. Switched it back to Blue McNeil. And it's with the new man in, Masiri. Still Masiri. Taking one of the City defenders with him for a ride. His ball goes straight out of play on this side for a throw. Showing a bit of strength. Showing a lot of strength, in fact. Strength drive. And a good ball. Unfortunately for Daventry, nobody on the end of it. Throw down the line. Swinton. And it will go the way of City. Daventry Town. Players and officials thinking that they should have won the throw. As it is, it's with Barnes. Drops it back. Clipped over the top to Swinton. Swinton hassled in the corner. He's by corner flag on the right-hand side. Out of play. And it's going to be Cambridge City throw-in on the near side. Into the area, Bradley. Defenders draped all over him. Ben Nolan swings it to the back post. Swinton not able to get there on the first attempt. And he sent that back to the goal scorer, Davis. Little 1-2, and it's still with Davis. You're listening to Split Focus Sport on YouTube. Enjoying live commentary of Cambridge City taking on Daventry Town. 1-1. Scorers, Mikey Davis opened things up with a beautiful finish from all of 30-plus yards. Immediately responded to by Tom Lorraine. I hope you won't mind me saying, a slightly less beautiful finish, but just as important as with side one apiece. Throw in on this near side, the left. For Daventry, it's going to be Blue McNeil. Again, one of the notes that we have on him is massive throw in, and that is massive. That is just short of the 6-yard box. Headed straight back out of play. A good territory gain there by Daventry. Endel is up for it. He's already had 2 swipes at goal. As City have 3 subs warming up there. Yet to use a substitution. That's bounced into the hands of Joe Welch. One of the Daventry attackers getting a touch to it as Connor Barnes. Battling with Wilson, and that's no foul called, as Barnes and Wilson have been going at it throughout this game. Clip forward, aiming for Masiri. Doesn't reach him. And now Rigby. He's had a quietly solid game in midfield. Clipped out to Nolan. So he's had a loud, impressive game. Nolan tried to chink it through, and it's with Rigby. Nolan again on this right-hand side. Final third, he is fouled. It's going to go the way of Cambridge City. Now Gosnell Tyler has his hands full with Ben Nolan. They're both doing a good job. And it's going to be free kick. Deep in the final third. Looking for a left-footed, maybe angling to the far post. Fosu and Taylor Parr are up for it. Not exactly chock full of City shirts. And it's aimed at Parr. That's been straight into the hands of Martin. Wasn't able to gather cleanly. And now Masiri trying to drive forward. Good clip ball over the top. That's been hooked into the area by Bowen. Swinton, again, as is customary for Simon Swinton, auxiliary centre-back. Clears that over his own head, out for a throw-in, just in front of the Daventry bench, in front of us. Daventry getting a bit of the hurry up to take the throw. It's not Blue McNeil. He remains in the right back position. In fact, it's George Ball to take. Going to target this down the line. Turned around the corner by Herbert. Looking for Bowen. Bowen not able to reach it. The defence of Matty Miles doing the job. And it's a goal kick. We're going to see the first substitution for City. It's going to be Ali Conway checking into the contest, and he will replace Ben Bradley. Warm applause for Ben Bradley as he has put in a shift today. Ali Conway taking over in the midfield. Ali Conway, no stranger to an absolutely meaty challenges, I think we'll describe them as that's been headed forward by Matty Miles. As far as the goal scorer, Lorraine, as one of the Daventry players goes down holding his head, he's back up George Herbert into the hands of Welch. Thrown out to Matty Miles. Down the line to Swinton, who is dropped into midfield. Sent Ali Conway up front in a bit more of a front three for City. That's headed back to Ofosu, whose header unconvincing. It's Mikey Davis, though, turns the defender who was airborne. In fact, they've sent George Ball over to this near side to try and deal with his opposite number in Ben Nolan into the area. Dropped off Rigby. Swinton doesn't collect it like you'd want to. Out of play for the goal kick. The hero of the weekend. As we're into the final 10 minutes of the contest. Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. 10 minutes to play in this one. Plus any added time. I learned my lesson from the first half. Won't be making any predictions for the second. That's been kept in by Bowen on the goal kick from Martin. Chested out of play Ofosu under pressure from Craig Masiri. And that will be taken by McNeil. Connor Barnes being picked up by George Ball. Should it come to it? That shows the attacking intent of this Daventry play. It's going to be a long ball into the area, no doubt. Jarvis Wilson is up for it. Long ball into the 6-yard area. That's been unconvincingly cleared. Daventry think they should have a penalty. Referee having absolutely none of it. Endel in a battle there with Barnes. Ali Conway sends it to Barnes. Barnes is driving through on goal. George Ball using his pace, sets into the area. Nobody there. That's going to trickle across for Battersby. He'll be able to keep it in play. Picked up by Ketia. That's been hooked into the night sky, lost into one of the trees. And a new ball sent across. It will be a City throw. Far side the left, deep into the final third. City keep back 3 defenders. Nolan in the area, heads it. Centering header. Fosu Parr, neither of them can win it. Pulled down by Matty Miles. Ben Nolan challenging George Ball illegally, according to our match official. Coming in from the side behind, able to get plenty of boot on ball, sent right up into near our commentary position here. But judged to have fouled the winger. Martin. Sent into the box. That's headed towards goal. No nonsense approach from Yorofosu, and you may have been able to hear the ball go out of play. That's going to be another corner for Daventry Town as we're edging towards the final 5 minutes of normal time. Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. Micah Davis got the opener immediately cancelled out by Tom Lorraine, and again, the reverse of what happened with Cambridge and Yaxley the other day. Into the area. That's a beautiful header on goal. Well handled by Joe Welch. And he's got Battersby to aim for. It's a long ball forward. McNeil, Battersby, they both lose it. Ali Conway drives into the area, tries to centre the pass. He can. Rigby is just wide. Just wide of the near post. No Daventry player was getting anywhere near it. And a brilliant, brilliant driving run from Ali Conway. Rigby coming straight from centre midfield to get to it. Another huge chance goes a-begging. Couple of very few chances actually hitting the target in this contest. That was a fantastic header from one of the Daventry players. Well claimed by Welch, who immediately got the quick counter going. As that's into the area, Myseri dispossessed. Very good challenge by the captain, Taylor Parr. No other changes look like they're forthcoming for Cambridge City. Robbie Nightingale very happy with the makeup of his team right now. Into the final 5 minutes of the 90. Again, we will still see what the referee decides. Going to be another long Blue McNeil throw right into the 6-yard box, headed away by Afosu, only as far out as McNeil. Deep in the final third, clipped into the area. Welch comes for it, gathers, is fouled by Bowen, and is looking to play quickly. Welch, he ends up slowing things down. Some around us thinking that play on might have been the more acceptable call, as that's been turned over. Loose pass, Afosu though, steps, drives our defence now. That's a great sliding challenge from George Herbert. And it's going to be a throw for Cambridge City, just into the final third. Ali Conway, dispossessed by Lorraine, and a little too physical in trying to win it back. So it's going to be a free kick for Martin. In the left back position. I make it 3 minutes left of normal time. Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. Listening to Split Focus Sports live commentary of the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands midweek clash. City ready to make another change next time the ball goes dead. Clipped down the line by Davis. Looking for Barnes. That's been headed back, though, by Jarvis Wilson, who have not been given Player of the Game awards, but he must be in contention. The job that he's done on Barnes, who has been a real handful, has been impressive, the two of those two. Headed to Welch by Bowen. No other Daventry player was on the scene, was able to get through to Welch. We are going to see Nathan Olakanmi subbing in next time by Swinton. Not able to get to the header. It was headed into the air by Endel. Hit clear by McNeil. And Keta. Head tennis. Now, what happened last time? There was a prolonged period of head tennis. Daventry scored. That's been taken down by Ball. Swinton applying a very high press. It's with Afosu. Hooked to Nketiah. Ali Conway steals it. Battersby. Sliding challenge in there. And now City looking to attack down the left. It's upfield to Barnes. Barnes will keep it in play. No, he won't keep it in play. That's gone for a throw. And that is going to be Jake Battersby's day done. He will be replaced by Ollie Canmy for the final.
Coming off number 11, Jake Battersby, to be replaced by number 14, Nathan Olakami.
With 2 minutes to go, Olakami into the game. And again, huge thanks to you all joining us out there for Cambridge City, Daventry Town. The tunnel is out. We are into the final minute of the 90. As that's been hooked clear. Barnes with a good chest down. Swinton plays it towards Olakanmi. That's not going to reach him. And now George Ball has room to drive into. Swinton is there every step of the way. Great recovery run from Simon Swinton. It was his under-hit pass that got through to Ball. He made amends for his error. It will be a throw to the visitors, this near side, the left. That's Barnes stretching out his leg. He is the lone forward up for City in the event of a quick counter. McNeil plays it short, relative for him, to George Ball. Ball, clipped ball to the back post. And it's just over. What a save from Joe Welch. Didn't exactly see which Daventry player it was with the header. But a great ball in from Ball. A fabulous header and an even better save, Joe Welch. He may have just saved a point or possibly more. We will see as we are into time added on. No official confirmation of how long, but the 90 is up here at the Bridge Road Stadium here in Histon. Daventry. Corner from the far side. Played into the 6-yard box. Afosu heads it away. That's rifled, but cleared off the back of Taylor Parr. Knew little about that shot from Gonsall Tyler. And that's going to go out of play. 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes added on. We're already deep into it. We have 2 minutes left to play. And a push. Throwing for City on the far side, the right. That's been headed back, though, by one of the Daventry attacking players. Herbert has it in the box. Yorafosu does good job the first time. No foul, just strong play from Afosu. And that is a foul called on Maisiri. It's going to be a City free kick just outside their own area. Still 1-1. Final minute of time added on is what I make it at least. Joe Welch, the City keeper. Long free kick targeting Ali Conway. Nobody gets a touch on it. One of the Daventry defenders gets a touch on it. And it's going to be a throw for City on the far side left. Rigby gets it back. He's under pressure now. Rigby clips it outside. As Ben Nolan's offside. And it's going to be Daventry with the free kick. Was that the chance? Was that the game done? James Martin looking to get on with it pretty quickly. Looking to send it forward in a hurry. We play on. That's been won by Afosu. Only as far as the goal scorer, Lorraine. Picks it up in the middle, and that's going to do it for us here tonight. Cambridge City 1. Daventry Town 1, the final score from Bridge Road in the Pitching In Northern Premier League Midlands clash. Ultimately, I think you've got to say that is the fair result. Neither side doing enough to clinch a winner. Neither side necessarily looking like claiming the victory. Both sides are going to rue some golden opportunities that went begging. As it is, Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. After a tight, cagey first half, we had a beautiful, beautiful goal. Mikey Davis collects it in just inside his own half, drives through the centre, not picked up at all, and strikes a glorious shot past James Martin from all of 30 plus yards out. It was an absolute screamer. And then straight down the other end, bit of head tennis. Nobody claiming ownership over it. It falls to Tom Lorraine in the box, and he stabs a shot goalwards. Tough for Joe Welch to reach down at his bottom corner. And that is the story of the game. Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. Well, a massive thank you for joining us here on the Split Focus Sports YouTube channel. A huge thank you to both clubs, and especially once again Richard Nunney for his assistance in the prep. We're going to have more Cambridge City home games coming up throughout the season, so make sure you're following us across the social media so that you never miss a fixture. Thank you so much for joining us. In the end, Cambridge City 1, Daventry Town 1. We'll talk to you soon.